and Board Vice Chair, Olga Talamante.
¡Viva Olga!
Well, clearly I can do a lot of things, but cannot follow my way up here, directions to come on when I'm supposed to come up. So thank you so much. I'm really just, full, my heart is full when I see, who is around me, who's standing by me, and who I'm standing by. I'm really honored to accept this award from the Commonwealth Club. And I thank my good friend, Brenda Wright, board member and co-chair of this gala, for her role in making this happen, because I know you were part of this. We've known each other for many years, and you have always supported the work that we've done with Chicana Latina Foundation and continue to support the work around the caravan for the children. So thank you very much. And I just really also want to acknowledge Paula Linares and her staff for all their support. Thank you so much for making this meeting. I'm really grateful for the many friends that I have here, fellow social justice warriors who are here with me tonight. And I especially want to thank Dr. Sandra Hernandez and Viva Paredes for helping me to get my family here. Thank you so much. Very happy to be joined by my rock, my sweetheart, Bola. And I'm also glad to have my family here, my brother Eddie and my sister-in-law Stella, my niece Rosario, my nephew Mario and Bobby, his wife. They all came from Gilroy, except for Chayo, she already lives here. But they came from Gilroy. And I'm just really so glad to have you with me. With your presence, then I honor my parents, Refugio and Eduardo Talamante, whose origins are part of the indigenous communities of the Cucapas from Baja California and the Yaquis from Sonora, which makes us Cucapas and Yaquis. And acknowledging our indigenous roots can be seen as a small personal act, but it is part of the movement to recognize that our history, our indigenous roots, have been stripped from us in the process of colonizing our Americas. So I honor my parents' example also of service and community building that has guided me throughout my life.
Amen.
Thank you. I'm very humbled to stand by one of our most treasured social justice icons, Reverend Cecil Williams. Oh, it's just so moving to see you. Hermano, reverendo. When I visit Light Memorial Church, I am in awe of the deep, compassionate, unconditional love with which Glide does its work. And I'm also inspired to see the example that the Reverend has set for people that follow in his footsteps, like the director of the Glide Center for Social Justice, my good friend Miguel Bustos. Thank you for following the steps. And I also have the organizations which are my pillars of activists for social change and service to the community. You heard Adriana from the Chicana Latina Foundation, Annie is here from Galería de la Raza, Ana from El Concilio, San Mateo County, Eleanor from Puente El Pescadero, and Gloria from the Latino Task Force in the Caravan for the Children. So thank you all for being here. So I have to acknowledge, of course, these are my comrades in arms, and if you invite us to any party, this is how we're gonna roll. Okay? So just because you have enough room for all of us to be here. In these very serious and challenging times, where so much is at stake for the future of this country, just 11 days from now, I'm sure that some of you share with me the worry that I have and what the election results may bring. Trust me, I think there is reason to worry as we see the harmful rhetoric and actions that harken back to ideologies such as eugenics that declare some racial groups as inferior and disposable. And we may think those ideologies are a thing of the past, but they are alive and well, unfortunately, in the present. And we see the danger of normalizing racial rhetoric and policies with concrete laws, such as those that work towards voter suppression. I share with you a quote I have found helpful from Ursula Wolf Roca, who is with the Howard Zinn Education Project. It says, "It can be overwhelming to experience, to witness, to take in all the injustices of the moment. The good news is that they are all interrelated. So if your little corner of work is pulling at one of the threads, you're helping to unravel the whole damn cloth." And I know my own life was saved, as you heard, because many people pulled on a little thread when I was a political prisoner in Argentina in the mid-70s. My family and friends organized a defense committee, and with no money, with farm workers from Uruguay, or influence to speak of, they convinced people to take individual action. And those folks wrote letters to Congress, signed petitions, protested, marched, donated. I'm glad to see that many of you are donating here tonight. That's very important. All individual actions that became a collective force. And isn't that the core of effective organizing? That is really the core of what we must continue to do. Get all our individual actions and become the collective force that can make and create the change. So when I was released in March 1976, after spending those 16 months in prison, I came back home to Gilroy, and from there I went to Washington, D.C. to hold our own government accountable for its role in supporting repressive regimes in Latin America. And I know this has been one of the topics that I have seen here at the Commonwealth Club. And to ask Congress to cut off military aid to Argentina, because those are our tax dollars that should not be going to a repressive regime that's repressing its own people. I'm glad that we were able to cut off the military aid a year later. It was a good victory, brought about by many individual acts. And just as we hold our governments accountable for its actions, we must also ask our institutions and must ask ourselves, what role do we play in maintaining the systems of oppression? We saw so clearly with the Latino elected officials in Los Angeles, another reason to not like Los Angeles, how we have plenty already, how the ideology of white supremacy has permeated our own Latino community, how it has instilled anti-Blackness and anti-Indigenous thinking and practices. So it behooves all of us to know those ideologies that have been core to the founding of our country and that exist to this day, and to reflect on the biases that we ourselves hold. To take on these issues, to reflect deeply on our past is not easy. I appreciate this award acknowledges my work for social justice, and that the Commonwealth Club is continuing its commitment to address the past, even its own past if needed, and be part of the new reckoning that will clear the way for a brighter future. I am glad to accept this award as a distinguished citizen, when in years past, I might not have been considered either of those. And let me say that the word citizen, as I see it, is not related to one's legal status, but is one that centers the rights and responsibilities of civic engagement and participation. The Commonwealth Club, I think, is uniquely positioned to continue being a convener for these important lenses, new lenses and conversations that our communities are bringing forward. And not just in a performative manner, not a flash in the pan, but dedicating the time, the resources, and the thoughtfulness for which the Commonwealth Club has come to be known. Our communities can be great partners in those convenings, so call on us. We will be glad to be part of the conversation, as we have been in the past, but we can do more. And so we are here also to be part of that. I'm blessed to be standing here by you and with you at the Commonwealth Club. to celebrate the good work of individuals and organizations. And congratulations, World Central Kitchen and Gilead Sciences. It's great to be in your company. Who knows, maybe I'll visit your company. So we celebrate the good work of individuals and organizations. And to share joy and laughter and music, to give us strength to continue pulling on those threads. They will unravel the whole damn cloth of inequity, of voter suppression, of dictating over our bodies, of attacks on our Black, Asian, Brown, Indigenous, and LGBTQ communities, to unravel the system of inhumane treatment of our immigrant people, and especially to end the separation of the children at the border. I trust that each of you are pulling on your own thread, the one that is meaningful to you, the one that makes you be part of this whole effort to unravel the cloth of injustice. And we will, in unity, rethread a new, beautiful quilt of hope. You stand by me, I stand by you.